What up? Welcome to the One Page Book Club. I'm Oliver Last Name. Let me get my man Terrence Boone in here one time. Let me get Terrence. And then we're going to talk about what exactly is the One Page Book Club. But what up, Terrence? What up? What up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, man. We got Terrence Boone in the building. How you doing, man? How's your morning going?
How you guys going? How you doing?
I can't complain at all, man. I just wrapped up from my bike ride, man, so I feel good to be back. So I might just chill out.
You got a bike?
You said what?
What type of bike you ride? You got like a 4-wheeler or something?
Yeah, no, I got like a bicycle.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I take my road bike out, man, every morning, man, for a little bit and just chill out. You know, take like 2 hours just to kind of go up and down, man. Listen to some music, put on some different vibes, man, get it going.
My wife been saying she wanted us to do bike riding together. I'm definitely trying to get me one.
Yeah, man, it's a good time, man. For me, man, it gives me just time just to relax, man, and be to myself for a little bit. And I can actually see the road like differently. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're in the car, man, you just zooming past everything. So to be able to actually slow down and enjoy the environment, man, it's always a good time for me.
That's what's up.
Yeah, yep. But yeah, man, I appreciate you joining me, man. This is the first one-page book club where we'll crack open a book from my library, and we'll read one page blindly and just discuss it, you know? So we're going to be jumping into that today. But before we jump into all that, I want to make sure I introduce you. This is my man, Terrence Boone Jr. He just came out with his first book, June 1st, 2022. So 1 year ago, last year, Unapologetically Chicago. It's incredible. It's a novel. You want to share more about it? Tell people more about it?
Yeah, it's a novel. It's basically about a young teenage black man growing up in Chicago. He has big dreams in life, but every day when he leaves his home, he has to deal with racism, the effects of gentrification, segregation, lack of resources, and peer pressure. He also lives in a broken home himself with his mother. Also, every day when he goes to his neighborhood store, his friend's house, and school, he's exposed to gangs, drug dealers, and drug addiction. Also, while attending school, he's exposed to gangs and gang members. So, wow. 15 years old, he comes to a crossroads, make a decision. Do I want to stay on the right or wrong path in life? And come from this type of environment, you got usually two types of kids. You got those that are disciplined enough to stay out of trouble and stay on the right path. You got a lot of those that are impressionable, easily influence what they see every day. Wow. It's basically spoken from a teenage point of view.
That's powerful, man. I love that. Make sure you get your hands on a copy of Apologetically Chicago. That sounds incredible. And that's the book you're going to be reading today, right? From your one page?
Yeah, I'm going to read it one page.
Okay. I'm excited to read. I'm excited to hear about that. I'm going to be reading Succeeding Against the Odds from John H. Johnson right here. This is inspiring autobiography. This is one of the first autobiographies I've actually read, and it's been truly inspiring to me just to kind of see like how he laid the foundation for all his moves as he moved into Ebony magazine, Jet magazine, but then started with the Negro Digest before all that kicked off. So just really hearing his story of how he, broke through the barriers of advertising for black faces, in the industry and things like that. So it's extremely powerful. So I'm excited just to see what page I open up and we get into it. So I'm going to crack my page open. I'm going to read it. We're going to take like 10 minutes to dissect kind of our key takeaways from that page, and then we're going to jump into it Unapologetically Chicago and do the same. So here we go. All right. Oh, here we go. So I just opened up to page 230. This is the Color of Success chapter, Inventing the Black Consumer Market. That's wild. I'm excited to read about this. All right. So here we go. So my man said, so let me go back because it starts at the end of the sentence. Let me start it off from the beginning. He said, one of the basic documents of the Negro Market campaign was the article I wrote for Advertising Age, March 17, 1952, on the do's and don'ts of selling Negro consumers. The Negro market, I wrote, is a $15 billion market. It is ripe and ready. In the 17 largest cities, the Negro population is virtually a city within a city. In these 17 cities, the Negro community is from 15% to 42% of the total population. The Negro market is twice as big as the total population of Belgium, Greece, or Australia, and it's right here at home. In this article and in two Ebony-produced movies, There's Gold in Your Backyard and The Secret of Selling the Negro, I pointed out that blacks were brand-conscious consumers who wanted to be treated like everyone else, not better, not worse. Based on my experiences and the reports of our advertising representatives, I offered a set of do's and don'ts that can be consulted with profit today. Number one, instruct salesmen to be friendly. Don't use first names unless the Negro customer or retailer indicates a willingness to trade first names. 2, treat every black person as an individual. 3, talk to blacks on the same level that you use in talking to other customers. 4, in conversation, don't use the term nigger, negress, darky, or boy. Number 5, avoid perpetuating the stereotype of the happy-go-lucky menial and the stupid, ghost frightened, or Uncle Tom servant, or the fat, over-jovial mammy. This was not sociology. This was hard-boiled marketing to increase the profits of corporate America and incidentally the profits of Johnson Publishing Company. We had to change the perceptions of corporate America. One of our salesmen had problems selling the executive of a major flour company who'd been told that Negroes didn't like chocolate cake or chocolate frosting on cake. To convince him that this was merely a myth, we proved by market research that Negroes not only consumed impressive quantities of chocolate cake and frosting, but also bought a lot of chocolate ice cream. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That, man, this book is incredible. This dude has all the keys right here when it comes to just marketing and consuming, you know, to us. Man, all right, so let me ask you, what was a key takeaway for you for that?
Well, the main thing is I heard was that he's basically like, focusing on marketing, but he wants to be treated as an equal, and he wants all blacks to be treated as equals and they're given the same fair chances as everybody else and all other races. That's
Yeah.
basically the main thing he focused on was like, us being treated as equals as everybody else and given the same opportunities as everybody else.
Yep. Yeah. I love that, man. I'll say my key takeaway from that was on the same lines of that. I love how it's like there's no separation how you treat another person. It's, hey, we want the same respect, we want the same care, and we want the same trust that you would give anybody else. And I think, the beautiful thing that I heard about it is like, don't go around saying nigga just because you're around a group of black people. Don't, like, what I'm saying, even with ourselves, when it comes to selling, you treat people the same exact way you would want to be treated. You ain't going to, you're not going to, Walmart, and they just because you black, they say, hey, what's up, nigga? You know what I'm saying? It don't work that way. It's not, you know what I'm saying? So you can't do the same when it comes to your business and people coming in your doors, and you want to feel like that's the best way to relate because it's like that's my way of relating. You know what I'm saying? So that was my key takeaway from it. And like it's I love when it's like instruct salesmen to be friendly. Don't use first names. You know what I'm saying? Like have respect. Have the same respect unless they offer that themselves, unless they call you by your first name. You don't call them by their first name.
Right.
So,
Basically, everybody equal and you want the same respect. If you give the same respect, if you give a respect, you want the same respect in return. And that's just what race you are, basically.
100%. 100%.
And it's like, man, we still fighting for equality to this day. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Talking about that, and we still fighting for the same equality. Still
exactly.
Fighting as equals than everybody else. Like, I don't know if you pay attention to like what's going on like in Chicago, but I live in Louisville, but they just gave like $50 to immigrants. You know what I'm saying? Who've been sent up there, and they got all the neighborhoods. Some of the black neighborhoods run down, and
Yeah.
homes, abandoned schools, abandoned businesses in the black community that's been there for decades.
Yep.
That people from other countries come up there, and out of nowhere, y'all give them $50 million just to spit in our face. Like, you know, they get $50 million and we get nothing.
Yep. Yep.
That's crazy.
Exactly. It's like just a pull from it's a pull from the resources to allocate elsewhere. So it's like you drain one community to pour into another one, you know.
Right.
And that's one thing I was reading in his book. He has another book that they put together called the Ebony Handbook, which is a collection of statistics of black people from 1950s to 1970s. And they talk about in there that one of the worst things that you can do in a community is remove a library. When you remove a library, you really do remove that resource. And, you know, going back home to Indianapolis and then even out here, you know, as you travel and as you look around, it's like there's a lack of libraries. There's a lack of knowledge, you know, and you can't replace libraries with internet. It don't work that way. There's nothing like actually holding words. Nothing like holding them, you know that you're an author yourself, and it's nothing more powerful than actually holding the words. And I think, you know, establishing and creating more libraries, whether that's mobile, whether that's stationary, whatever it is, it needs to be more opportunities for greater knowledge. You know, I love seeing. Have you ever seen those? Do you ever see those where you can just pull a book from like a neighborhood where you can go in there and they have like the library cabinets? Have you seen those? Yeah, I love those. They have them all around. Now here I'm in North Hollywood and they have them all around here. Where you just go in there, pick a book, or you can leave a book. But it's really just it's libraries in neighborhoods, and they're so dope. And it's like, yeah, I think that's what we need. We need those spaces to do that. To grab a book and leave a book. You know.
We definitely do need the libraries. Like I said, I've been a advocate reader since probably I'm 39 now, since I was about 30.
Okay.
So I've learned more from reading books than I've learned from school. So
100%.
they have the knowledge in books. You know what I'm saying? That's just the sad part. Not just with black people, but just a lot of people in general. A lot of people don't want to read.
Yeah. And that's what I tell my son. I say, anything you want to do in life, make sure you write it down.
Right.
Because when you write it down, it becomes physical. You can't take it away from that. And it's just like, that's why reading is important too. It becomes physical. Those words are physical, which means they are now in the world, which means they can actually exist.
Right.
Internet's not the same, you know. It's not the same as the internet. So, you know, that's why we're doing this. That's why we're here today. You know, we're really diving into these words that are tangible, man, that change lives.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. So that was Succeeding Against the Odds, John H. Johnson. Before we move into my boy Terrence Boone Jr.'s Unapologetically Chicago, I want to mention we have a book for people who love people. We have the LA Volume 1, and then we have the Indianapolis Volume 1. And this is a collection of over 50 thoughts, feelings, and ideas of black people in cities around the world. And this helps you get closer to yourself and the people around you. So this is for the company for people who love people. And the main focus is to help you navigate through life through the thoughts, feelings, and ideas of black people in cities around the world. So go to our website, fpwlp.com. Pick up your copy right now. We have them on sale, and we have them on pre-order till June 30th. So make sure you tap in with us, fpwlp.com. But we're about to move into my man Terrence Boone Jr.'s book, Unapologetically Chicago. You want to hold that book up for us, man, so we can check it out?
Yeah, this is my book. It's
There you go.
Chicago. It's a novel. Like I said, it's available on Amazon. It's available as 4.5 stars on Amazon. It's also available on my website, tdblegacy.co.
Okay.
You order it from my website, I'll sign it before I mail it off to you. Hey, cousin, I'll mail it off to you. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and choose a page for my book.
Okay.
All right, and it's in chapter 2, which is called Dreams versus Reality. And basically, let me see. Okay, this is around the time where gentrification is going on in Chicago in the early 2000s, and some kids from public housing, they lost their homes because they were tore down for gentrification, and they were forced to move in other neighborhoods, also forced to move in other schools. Basically, like, he got in trouble in school because it's a lot going on. These kids, they in gangs, and they came to his school, and they're causing problems and issues with him at school. And he's trying to stay on the right path and stay going down the right path, but he he got to deal with life every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and read. I immediately went home because it's still wartime around my neighborhood and not safe to just be hanging around. Later that afternoon, I heard someone knocking at my front door. When I answered the door, it was Kevo and Pooh. I walked outside on the front porch to talk to them. Oh, and he got suspended because he got into a fight with these guys. So now he's at home and his friends are coming to his home to tell him something. We got that nigga, bro, said Kevo. What you talking about? I asked, confused. Man, we caught one of them GDs by themselves in school and we beat the brakes off his ass. They suspended us too, said Pooh. I am shocked and smiling so hard because I can't believe what they're telling me. I told you we was going to handle business for you, bro. We was going to wait and catch his goofy ass after school, but then we was like, fuck that. We finna whoop his ass in front of everybody. That way we embarrass him and we sending a message to everybody that you don't fuck with us, said Kevo. Pooh pulled out a blunt of weed. We're all just smoking and talking. At this moment, I feel like my friends show me loyalty, that they have my back and that they truly love me. My father is a drug addict and is absent in my life. None of our fathers are present or physically there in our lives. Our fathers aren't here to protect us or keep us out of harm's way. To survive out here, we have to protect and depend on each other. We're basically learning as we go and raising each other to be men. With my friends, I feel like I belong to something. I'm protected and a part of a brotherhood.
Wow. That's powerful, man. That's powerful. That was a great opening and a great closing to that. My my key takeaway from that is loyalty your friends have, and also too the sense of belonging, wanting to belong, and then
Right.
having to figure out and fend for yourself. You don't have that father figure around to show you another way. So
Right.
you pretty much find the way in real time with your friends. Your friends are the real time look of what a man's supposed to be. So you figure out what a man's supposed to be based off a child. Y'all two kids trying to figure out what a man looks like looking at each other, as
Right.
opposed to having that person who has already had it done and can tell you, no, I don't do that. I've already done that. I've
Right.
already done that. So here we are. We have friends who are, doing that, being me at the same time as children, as kids, and that was powerful, man. That was
Yeah,
powerful.
that's basically what it was. It's like the young man, he's trying to stay on the right path, but dealing with where he lives, his environment, and what he has to go through every day. His friends become more than just friends. It's like, we survive together. You know what I'm saying? We eat together. We share clothes together. We spend it over each other's homes. I don't want to be in the gang. I'm not a gang banger. You know what I'm saying? But, because it's just where I live and who I'm affiliated with, I'm guilty by association. And I didn't even ask for this. You know what I'm saying? All because of who I am and where I live, and who I associate with, I'm literally guilty by association. So his friends, they wanted to prove their loyalty to him because he got into a fight at school. So they went and caught the guys who jumped him and fought them, just to prove like, hey, we love you, we got your back. And it's just like, stuff like that become very influential. Somebody who's willing to fight with you growing up, that means, that person really loves you. and really wants and really has your back. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like, you ain't got a father, you ain't got nobody who's over you. Like, we look for fathers for protection, all men and women. You know what I'm saying? When you're a kid, you look for your father as the protector. And when you ain't got that, and you got to learn everything based on your own about manhood because your mom can't teach you. And you got to literally learn everything about manhood on your own and from what you see outside in your environment, because you don't know nothing else but your environment. And, not only I don't have my father present in my life, my friends don't. We're basically learning on our own. We're learning as we go.
That's real.
And that way you live can be very detrimental. You know what I'm saying? It can really lead the wrong way because we don't know what we're doing. We're just learning and seeing and copying what we see. You know what I'm saying? That's basically, that's why I love that part of the book so much, is because it really shows you, like, like you said, like, me and my friends, we have to protect each other. We depend on each other. We survive together. And because we ain't got our dads, so we have to protect each other.
Wow. Wow. That's deep, man. I felt that.
Really, how men get caught up in the streets. That's really how a lot of them do, because just loyalty to friends and just super loyal. They don't even start off. People be thinking like, a lot of kids from Chicago born, they just start gang banging. It ain't like that. They be regular, innocent kids, just get caught up in their environment and friendship and ties of who they hang with, and guilty because of where they live. And I ain't fighting with this boy. I'm looking for trouble. I'm fighting because I love him. I want him to get hurt. If you hurt him, you gotta hurt me. And that's how I think. Now that forms into more street stuff, more problems and issues. So
yeah, because when you needed me, I was there for you. So now whenever you need me, I'm there for you.
right, that makes you be more loyal. Like you
Yeah.
at school, I'm here suspended, and y'all went and handled business for me at school. Oh, I'm super loyal to y'all. Whenever y'all need me, whenever I'm with y'all, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You got a strong father figure in your life to guide you the right way. Tell you, no, don't do that. That's going to lead to this. Or nobody to give you, some type of guidance because they've been there when y'all learn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I felt all that, man. And that was all wrapped into that one page, which is incredible.
Right.
Make sure y'all check out Unapologetically Chicago by Terrence Boone Jr. on Amazon. You said 4.5 stars, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Amazon.
4.5 stars for a reason, man. That's incredible. Thank you for sharing that, man. And more people need to get their hands on that. Can you show that book one more time for us?
Wow.
Man, there you go. Unapologetically Chicago, Terrence Boone Jr. Make sure y'all check that out. Man, that was incredible. That was incredible. Before we roll, let me ask you, what was your biggest inspiration for writing that book?
Well, it came to me like out of my head. I remember literally, me and my wife went to go see, what was it? Straight Out of Compton. And it felt like we was in California. We felt like we was in LA, and we got the whole LA culture and vibe. And I was like, man, somebody to make a good, authentic story like that about Chicago. You know what I'm saying? On a movie wise or something like that. Saying, we got some decent shows like The Shine and all that, but just something just real raw, gritty, and uncut and unapologetic, just truthful.
Yeah.
Just truthful.
Yeah.
Story in my head, and then I was like, man, it wouldn't leave my head. So I was just like, I just went to the store one day. I was at the grocery store. I bought a spiral notebook, some pens and paper. I just started writing. As I couldn't stop. So
That's
basically,
amazing. I'm glad you didn't stop, man. That's incredible. It's incredible, man. I love what you're doing.
appreciate that,
Love
man.
what you're doing.
Give me this opportunity, man, to get on live with you and talk and promote myself, and reaching out to me through Facebook. Like I said, my boy Mike B put me on you. Shout out to Mike B. And I appreciate reaching out to me and giving me this opportunity, for real.
Of course, man. No, thank you. Thank you for being here, man. Shout out to Mike. That's my guy. Shout out to Mike. But yeah, Terrence, man, well, that's a wrap on One Page Book Club for the night, man, for the day. I appreciate you, man. And yeah, everybody go check out Unapologetic. Is there any other ways people can find you?
Unapologetic. No, my website tdblegacy.co. My Instagram, I am Godson _TJ. My Facebook, TDB Legacy. That's pretty much it. And I appreciate everybody here on live. I see you, family. I
Thank
see
y'all.
y'all.
Yeah, you got a lot of love and support came through. Thank y'all for everybody who came through and supported my man. Thank y'all. No, this is great. This is great, man. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, man. If you need me again, just let me know.
Okay, I will, man.
You have a
All
blessed
right, Terrence, man. You enjoy your day. Peace.